early to start getting ready for the Christmas season, so I've got the perfect Christmas DIYs just for you. My name is Andrea Nicole. Are you ready? Let's get started. This DIY is one of my favorites from this video. You'll need a glass mug. I got mine from the dollar store, candles, a piping bag and tip, mints, and sprinkles. This is a decorative candle. I don't plan on actually using it. After I melted my candles in a pot of water for about 30 minutes, I started to layer the colors I wanted, waiting for each section to dry before pouring the next color of wax. Now for the fun part. To make our wax whipped cream, you'll need to whisk it until the consistency is like a buttermilk frosting. Next, you'll want to get your piping bag ready. I like to set mine in a cup so it's easier to get the wax inside the bag. The waxed whipped cream just makes the candle look so cute. This is definitely going to be one of my favorite Christmas decor pieces. This DIY is one of those super simple and easy to make with not many materials needed, but will turn out so cute. You could even turn this DIY into a Christmas card if you wanted to. Once you have your two rectangular pieces of red scrapbook paper glued down, you'll need to cut a long strip of black scrapbook paper that will be used as Santa's belt. Here are the measurements I used for the buckle. After everything was glued down, I placed it back into the frame, and now we have a really cute picture frame decor piece. This was such a cute upcycle DIY. I had these wooden gingerbread men that needed a makeover. I used acrylic and puff paint. I gave the gingerbread 2 coats of brown paint and then went in with the puff paint to draw in the details to give it some dimension. I thought they were missing a little something, so I decided to add some scarves, and since I wanted all of them to look the same and even, I sketched a scarf onto a piece of paper and then traced them onto the gingerbread. I wanted to give them a pop of color and painted the scarves all different colors. For the finishing touch, I added some cute little faces. This DIY turned out super cute, and you need very little materials, just cardboard, a paint pen, and an X-OXO knife. I sketched some houses on a piece of paper, traced them onto the cardboard, and then began cutting them out. Now comes the fun process where you can use your creativity to draw out your very own perfect little gingerbread houses. Then I used the corner of the cardboard box to create a stand to hold up our gingerbread houses. I used putty to attach the two pieces together. I decided to use putty because it's removable and I can store them flat for next year. Now we have our own little gingerbread house village. This DIY will have you craving a real s'more, but for our decorative s'more, you'll need dollar store foam dice and coasters, plus some paint and a glue gun. I gave my foam dice 2 coats of white paint. I will be using these dollar store coasters as the graham cracker. The back is such a perfect color for it, but I will also be painting the front portion. Now we are going to use the glue gun to create our chocolate drips. If the hot glue starts to crack the foam, don't worry, once you paint it, you won't be able to tell. This color was perfect. It really did look just like actual chocolate. Now we just have to glue our pieces together. Warning, someone will want to take a bite since they look so realistic. For our next DIY, you'll need a wire wreath, mini Christmas trees, yarn, and clear fishing wire. I made a cardboard pom-pom maker, then went around it 60 times with my yarn. I cut a 24-inch string, folded it in half, fed it through the slit, and went around to tie the yarn together, slipped the yarn out of the cardboard, and tied another knot. Now you can cut along the creased edge, trim any excess yarn to get that round pom-pom shape. Remember not to cut the string we used to tie everything together because we will be using that string to tie the pom-poms to our wreath. We are going to take our fishing wire and push it into the bristles of our mini Christmas trees, and then we are going to use super glue to glue down the fishing line. This DIY turned out adorable. You'll need dollar store wooden blocks, paint, a round brush sponge, and ribbon. I painted all my wooden blocks different colors. Once they were all painted, I mixed in some white paint to get a lighter shade from each color and used the round sponge brush to paint circles. After everything was painted and dried, I used the ribbon to tie a pretty bow. These little presents turned out adorable. For this DIY, you'll need yarn, string, cardboard. I also added wooden beads and push pins. I traced some Christmas trees onto the cardboard. I recommend you use a thicker cardboard than the one I used, and you'll see why later in the video. I cut out a little loop of yarn and glued that down to my cardboard, and then started wrapping the cardboard Christmas tree up in yarn. Now that our Christmas trees are finished, we need to add some ornaments. To achieve that look, we are going to use some push pins, which is why a thicker piece of cardboard would be way better so the pins aren't sticking out in the back. Or you could also use a mallet to bend the pins inward so they don't poke anyone. They make the cutest little Christmas tree garland. This is one of my favorite DIYs. It's so simple and easy, but yet always helps to elevate a decor piece you want to draw attention to, or if you're more into the subtle festive decor. All you need are some books and scrapbook paper. Cut the length to size and then fold the scrapbook paper into the book. Our next DIY is a little reminder we can convert items from other holidays into anything we want them to be. This gumball container was from Valentine's Day, but with a little fake snow and snowmen. It's the perfect snow globe. Christmas decor just makes me so happy. If you enjoyed watching, please consider subscribing so you don't miss out on any of my uploads, and I'll see you in my next one.